By pressing down lightly on the girl's neck, I knew she'd soon lose enough oxygen to her brain to make her practically useless. I'd already plied her with enough tranquilizers to knock out a small rhino, but the need for a more permanent vegetated state was my goal. I met her in a bar, less than an hour previous to the current events. Couldn't believe I got so lucky. She was beautiful, healthy, and young. I didn't care about what she had to say, that wouldn't matter soon. Powder was dipped into her drinks as she giggled at the stupid remarks which I made. She was soon unable to stand. Her eyes rolled and she vomited on herself. I knew it was time to leave. I made my apologies to the door staff as I helped her walk, one arm neatly tucked under her tiny frame, holding on to her other arm, hooked up over my shoulder. The apartment was just how I left it. Candles were still simmering, casting flickering shadows over a vast collection of books and chalk drawings that dominated the room. There was a little domestic use to this place. It was more like an alchemist's study than a bachelor pad. In the center of the apartment, a single chalk circle, big enough for her to lie down and fill most of the floor space. Next to this was a makeshift shrine with photographs of a guy I knew a long time ago. Jason was a school friend. He was different from the rest of the kids. His soul gleamed and his eyes sparkled, and he always had something fun to do and say. He knew they were kindred and should always be together. And for a while, they were. But good things never last. Jason had suffered abusive parents and torturous, ignorant behavior from the rest of the world who could not accept the way or who he was. It wasn't long before Jay had gotten himself into too much, too soon, and died. Abused, diseased, and poisoned in the male body which he hated. The girl was now breathing heavily. She lay across the floor within the circle of chalk. I knelt next to her, with the Greater Key of Solomon open on the right page. Words slipped through my mouth, unrecognizable to the English language, ancient and articulate. All the while, my eyes focused on one image. It didn't take long. I could feel other things breathing alongside me in the room, moving along, touching, flowing through me. I felt petrified, yet calm and understood. The girl began to move, waking up from a sleep which had lasted years. She opened her eyes and smiled.